going tonight. Al Horford with back-to-back blocks. Welcome to Celtics Postgame Live. Tom Giles in for Amita Smith. Chris Forsberg, Scal with us as well. And just a massive kind of momentum shift right there with Al Horford making those big defensive plays. And then moments later, finding the corner three for Drew Holiday. The Celtics able to pull out the 125-119 win.
Al is ageless. Like, that's all we do now, right? Like, we come here and we gush about Al. On a night that Jason Tatum gets ejected, on a night you're looking for someone to kind of carry you to the finish line, there's Al doing everything. I mean, remember, they were down at that point and they were desperate to like stop the momentum. That could have been the game right there. And Al blocks him twice, gets him in transition.
You know, this is what's great about Al Horford and how good he is. He made that mistake. He shouldn't have threw the ball to Keita in that position. I'm grassing him up all game about his decision making. He knew right away that's my bad. But he made the next 6 winning plays after that, and it just pushed us to another level. Give Philly a ton of credit. Like, those guys, without Embiid and Maxey, those guys were really up for this game. And but it's too much of Al Horford making winning plays, Derek White making winning plays. Brad Stevens, man, he just did such a good job with this roster.
And throw Drew Holiday in there as well. You know, knocking down that corner three and then taking the charge late in the game. Those guys all stepping up when, again, you didn't have Jason Tatum for the fourth quarter. But, you know, Al Horford with the season high 20 points. And it just, you saw Peyton Pritchard. You saw certain guys kind of from long down the bench. Naimish Keita coming up big in this one as well. Just everyone kind of playing a role.
So on a night where you're fumbling the ball all over the place, where you don't have Tatum, you need something, right? And everybody kind of gave it, but I just can't get past Al. Like, it's just, for me, it's just the steadying presence and the way that when you need someone to carry you, he's just been through it, and he doesn't look 37 out there, man.
No, he doesn't. And it's, you know, he's not our starter. He's our backup center. Like, the thing about it, I mean, he's our sixth man, but, you know, like, part of being a sixth man is when you need to deliver, you could deliver. When guys are out, you come in and start. He's been fantastic this whole season. Am I crazy for thinking that's like maybe his best season in a long time?
Yeah, I mean, from just the last 2 weeks have been some of the best Al Horford basketball I can remember.
Yeah, same here.
And, like, 3 different games he has changed just on his own. And so, yeah, like, I was asking Giles, I was like, what do? Do you keep bringing him off the bench? Because he's so important at times. It's probably the right move because the starting 5 has been so good, and if you're lucky enough to be healthy, you just ride it. But what a luxury that we can sit there on a night you don't have Porzingis, and multiple times now Al has just held down the fort.
Yeah.
Held down the fort. Celtics get the 125-119 win. Speaking of Al Horford, Abby standing by with Al.
Nothing ever easy against the Sixers. What made the difference down the stretch?
Man, we just had to, you know, get stops, get gritty, and just make plays and execute on offense. It was one of those really, really hard games. That's just the way it is sometimes.
I saw you step into the huddle before the fourth quarter. What did you say to regroup after Jason was ejected?
Just make sure that we locked back in, we stayed with it, and that we needed to come out and get it done. Find a way to get it done. We were missing our closer, and we needed to find a way to get it done.
Was that your mindset going into the fourth? Take me through those double blocks down here.
Man, it was just trying, you know, just competing, trying to make something happen. Earlier in the quarter, Mo Bamba came in and got like an easy tip in. It was probably my fault, so like I feel like I needed to make up for that. So in that play, I was just obviously trying to protect the basket, trying to get us going.
Al, how are you doing this right now? Just the way you're playing this season and providing a spark of energy for your team.
Just staying prepared, sticking to what I do, my routine, and staying solid.
Ian, awesome hug. How do you think your dad played tonight?
He played great.
Did you enjoy watching?
Yeah.
Congratulations, you guys. Thank you.
All right, thanks so much, Abby. He played 33 minutes, and they were all impactful. That was the other thing, too. It felt like, you know, they came out in the first quarter, and it was all about just knocking down threes, and it kind of morphed into a different type of game in the middle there, but he was consistent throughout. He's kind of that steadying presence.
Well, with guys out and, you know, like with Porzingis out, like he takes up a big load. Like, think about it. We go inside to Porzingis, we pick and pop with Porzingis. He's a big part of our offense. So Al's not going to be Porzingis. That's just not how he plays. But what Al's doing is he's impacting the game the same way from the same position I'm sorry, he's from the same position but different ways. Getting the ball in the middle of the floor, kicking it weak side, swinging the ball side to side, getting into things quicker, defensively the way he's playing. So it's great to watch, and he's playing with a ton of confidence right now.
He lit that whole fuse in the first half with the offense, hit those 2 threes early. Didn't end up hitting another one, I don't think, but got everybody going. And then when you needed someone to finally play defense, it was Al setting that tone. So Al does the 2 blocks. Drew Holiday comes back with the charge. It just felt like when they needed to, they leaned on their defense and got to the finish line. You know, big shots along the way, but like for me, it's like in those moments, that's what has to happen. When you don't have a Jason Tatum out there, someone's got to play defense, and those guys both rose to the occasion.
And we've talked about like the relationship between Kristaps Porzingis and Jaylen Brown. It kind of feels like you're sort of getting that with Drew Holiday and Al Horford as well. He had a couple assists to him early in the game. You had Al, meanwhile, finding him late in the game for a big 3.
Both guys, old, savvy, veterans. You know, like they're not watch their faces during their mistakes or whatever. They're just not overwhelmed with anything in the NBA. Derek White falls into that same category. None of these guys ever press, and that's why they're a championship level team, because of guys like that. They just like go on to the next play, move on, and if they make a mistake, they usually make up for it.
All right, so again, the final here was 125-119. Celtics get the win, so they're now 2-1 against the Sixers on the season, 15-4 overall, and get a couple days off before they play in Monday's quarterfinal game against Indiana in the in-season tournament. But let's go back to how this thing kind of shook out in the final 2 minutes, right? Celtics are down by 1. This is where you get Al Horford working down low and putting the C's up for good, 117-116, and it was for good because they came up with stops on the other end. Drew Holiday taking the charge from Robert Covington.
Marcus-like.
Sees the game before it happens.
Then you got this, Peyton Pritchard down low, nice look coming from Drew Holiday. It was part of an 8-0 run that the Celtics went on right there. They were down by 1 with about 2 minutes to go, and they went on that 8-0 run. But again, they're just making the right plays, making free throws down the stretch.
And everybody who was on the floor was doing something. At some point, someone made a play to get you to the finish line. I love it. I love that like you can lean on those guys. And Derek White. You look up, I saw your little circle at the end.
I can't believe you guys have it. I really thought when I saw that you guys were going to talk about Derek White today the whole time, but you guys are talking about Al Horford. I'm always confused.
Well, you didn't think we were going to go with Al after the way
I thought it would be like a little 50-50.
I mean, it shouldn't overshadow what Derek meant overall.
When he was on the bench, we were terrible.
Yeah, of course.
You know that? Okay.
So that happens like every night.
I know, but I'm saying like when today was a big Derek White game to me. But go ahead.
Okay, I mean, let's just watch
I'm going to talk about my Tommy Award, so I didn't. But it's not Derek White, but I thought you.
So that's why you're mad.
I thought you were going to talk Derek White
and then you were going to swoop in with the Al and the Tommy.
What about the steal early and then the big threes that he made? Look at it, 21 points on 11 shots.
You're acting surprised. This is like the Derek White experience every night. I just expect this.
I really thought. I mean, I really thought you guys were going to lead off with Derek White.
Thought he was great. Thought yet again, whatever the game needs.
No, it's not that I thought he was great. We understand that. I just thought we were very poor without him.
Sure. But that's like poor. Related. When Derek White isn't out there, things get dicey.
Yeah, but that's not good. We got to have good lineups with everybody.
We're still working on that.
All right. Yeah, he wants to get to it. He already told us it's not Derek White. Derek White's not the Tommy Award. So who is going to win tonight's Tommy Award?
The guy you guys have
been gushing over. We're going to bookend the segment. There it is.
You guys have been gushing over Al Horford, so we're going Al Horford. He was amazing today. Look at that right there. Look at that's Tommy Award material. And Al is very versatile. Short rolls have been off the chart. That means catching the ball in the middle. He gave you a dunk, which he exploded. A little post-up action, offensive rebounds throughout this game. The double block, that was amazing. Oh, this play.
Hustle.
Getting on the floor, he ran the floor, got Jaylen Brown wide open, and then the double block and the double Tommy point. Al Horford making it happen. He wanted to win this game. Remember, Philly, they don't like Al for whatever reason.
He doesn't like them.
No, it's ridiculous. Al has won everywhere he goes, but Philly somehow blamed Al. Of all the drama they've had in the past, somehow they blame Al Horford. It's ridiculous. Al Horford, congratulations, Tommy Award.
And it's the 4th Tommy Award of the season for Al Horford, who loves playing against Philly, by the way,
it's like
too.
3rd and 2
loves
weeks.
playing against him.
He's been a lot lately, right?
A real lot.
All right, so the Celtics get the win, 125-119. Thank you, Scal. We'll talk to you on Monday.